obviously Marilyn Manson. Since I'm here in this confessional, I'll tell you something that I've done that's bad, but I'm not quite ashamed of it. They have video rental chains in America called Blockbuster. And about a year ago, Toy Story, the Tom Hanks film, came out. And they had hundreds of the videos on one wall. And I purchased a bunch of pornographic magazines with men having sex with one another. And I took the pictures and I folded them up and I inserted them into the video cassette so that when the parents would take it home to show their children, they'd get an extra little surprise. So that's something very bad that I've done. But I'm quite proud of it.
What's up, everybody? I'm Lauren, and that's Tavon.
What's up?
Welcome back to I'll Do It Yahweh. So today we're talking about, like where the streets are talking about, the Christian streets are talking about how Marilyn Manson and Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber,
and they're both white, so
yeah, that's so wrong. So Justin Bieber and Kanye, how they were all praying at the Sunday service thing. It was very interesting to watch.
Yeah,
might I say?
Yep.
So. By the way, if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I mean, we just really ramble on. Y'all know how we do. If you listen to our podcast, you really know how we do.
Yeah, so we're taking a class where we got to learn how to, be organized and have little notes. So if you see me looking down like this, you know why.
That's a little too much information. They didn't know that.
Hey, you gotta learn, man.
But anyway, so they were praying together at Sunday service. What do you think about that, Tavon?
I mean, my first thought is, for one, is like, what better place? Well, there's no better place for them to be. Is to be at church. I mean, I put it because I don't know if it is a church or not, but I have a verse about coming together. It's Matthew chapter 18, verse 20, and this is the NLT version. So it reads,
because he loves that version.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Lauren put me on to it. She got me NLT Bible. So
yeah, I didn't know anything about the NLT until I got Tavon that Bible, honestly.
Yeah, before just NIV. But so it reads, for where 2 or 3 gather together as many followers, I am there among them. So, I mean, they're joined together. I mean, they're praying over the mic, they're praying on the microphone, and they're surrounded by other people singing and praising God. So, that's how it looks, just on the screen that we're watching.
Yeah, face value.
Yeah, at face value. But yeah, they're coming together. I mean, it's biblical. I don't know what to say about that part, but you can't be mad at them for coming together and joining. And if they're sinners, are all supposed to go to church at the end of the day.
But yeah, but what about Sunday service though? It's usually about the music. I mean, I have the videos I've seen is always been about the music. I've just not seen anything where anybody's preaching. Mm-hmm. So isn't it about the music or? Well,
I read online, it was an article. I mean, I'll post that in the description down below. But it basically said, even Kim said, it's basically just like a musical performances and prayer.
You said Kim?
Yeah, Kim was cited on the article.
She said that.
Whether it's true or not, I mean, I'm just reading somebody else's,
somebody else's comment on somebody else's comment.
Yeah, but it seems like it's more so just like praise and worship music and prayer. So, but we all know growing up in church, if it's Sunday service, that means there's, tithe and offering, there's the sermon, and whatnot.
Yeah, but also I think a lot of the Christians are getting upset because Marilyn Manson is clearly a Satanist. And it's like, what is going on here? First of all, he was definitely looking down like a child. Like he did not know what he was doing.
He's like,
your boy is just like, who is this Jesus guy? But I'm just like, I understand that people are upset about the fact that he's, he's a Satanist and he's in the church and stuff like that. But it's just he is a very strong Satanist. People are quiet sometimes about what they do or whatever, but he is vocal. All right, so the unmentionable happened. Okay, so the camera went out, so we're back. It's probably a blink of the eye for you guys. But so anyway, so what I was saying was that Marilyn is a Satanist, and it's just you're at our church or you're coming to church. It's is he serious? Is he just playing pretend? What is going on? I agree with Tavon where it's what better place to be for him? Because he should be at church. Like, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody
strongly. But it's just that I just would hope that he wouldn't be trying to, pull the wool over everybody's
or do
eyes.
something. And we're like, at the end of the day, we don't have no stock in this thing. Like, we're not.
No, we don't care.
But it just brings
it's a conversation.
Yeah, it brings up an interesting point. How, like, if you see him up in your church, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, so like she said, he is a Satanist, but there's some other things. But there's some other things that he has done in the past. Well, he was accused of sexual.
Well, right now, currently, he's accused of being. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's being accused of
yeah.
sexual assault. And probably goes back in his past, but definitely right now he's, they're gonna go to court or whatever. But you could Google this all up, just like how I did on Google. But one of the verses that I want to talk about is about having the ability to change and everything. And this is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. This means that anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person. The old life is gone, a new life has begun. Mm-hmm. So, once you accept Christ, like I said, I guess the question is, how was it supposed to look? Let's say if he did accept Christ, Mm-hmm. He's still. It's hard to break up old habits. He's just sitting there, just closing his eyes, probably just wondering like what's going on. Never been in this type of environment.
I didn't see his eyes closed.
Oh yeah, well, she didn't see his eyes closed, but you know what I'm saying.
His eyes was open like this, like like a little toddler, like. Like. You bow your head, close your eyes.
How you looking at everybody else? We supposed to be closing your eyes, friend. I'm just trying to eat.
You know how it is. Don't play.
Especially when that person gets to rambling.
Like us.
We got our notes, guys.
We have our notes, yeah.
But so it's like, how is it supposed to look? Is he supposed to be super duper holy? Like things that he,
because he would be like a fresh newborn, Yeah,
kind of like Saul to Paul to Saul, whichever one.
Saul to Paul.
Yeah,
it's always Saul to Paul.
Yeah, Saul to Paul.
S to P, man.
He was converted. We weren't there, but there were people who questioned him because, like, weren't you at this other town just like casting lots and executing Christians?
Yeah.
Well, that's the old me, guys. I don't do that no more. Which is true. He doesn't do that no more.
He doesn't do it anymore.
But we still remember the hurt, or we remember the pictures of him doing X, Y, and Z, or his music. Since we're talking about Maryland, we still remember those things. And
some of the things he said too.
Yeah.
But also my question is, like, is he trying to get sympathy for this case? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what's happening right here? Are you trying to get, because Christians are real quick to sit there and say, don't be rude, don't do that. Like, he is okay. Like, remember when Kanye started talking about how he a Christian now? Everybody was like, oh, praise the Lord, bless his heart, child.
Or Snoop Dogg.
Or Snoop Dogg. Okay, that joint was serious. Everybody, like, I remember I was talking to my mom and I was just like, I don't know if Snoop Dogg is really like legit. And then my mom was just like, yes, he is. Just let him be. Let him, like, he made a whole album. I was like, anybody can make an album.
Yeah.
I could make an album. Okay, everybody can make an album.
Yeah, and one thing I learned at my job, I work in churches, and it's like, not everybody in the church is a Christian. I was
about to say, yeah.
There's there's this guy, he's a janitor, whatever. He walks around, he takes the trash, out, whatever. I used to do this, so it's cool. But it's like, he necessarily may not be a Christian. One could assume that, well, your job is at a church, maybe the church only hires Christians, but you cannot assume. He's like, yo, this is just a job, so we can't, like how it says Snoop Dogg, just because he made an album.
Yeah,
anybody
you can really pull the wool over a lot of us, a lot of our eyes,
especially if you're talented. Snoop Dogg is talented. He has resources.
Nobody's sitting there pretending like he ain't, like, for real, like. What is he, like, legendary status?
Yeah, he is legendary.
He's legendary.
He's legendary.
And we don't have to debate about this. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do it. But, like, that's the type of thing that happens in the church. Like, it's just like, oh my goodness, like, when you really like somebody, then you kind of think, okay, well, maybe he's, coming to Christ or whatever. But also one thing with Marilyn Manson, we have not heard him renounce Satan. We haven't heard him say anything about I don't do that. I don't do that Satan stuff no more.
Yeah.
Like he didn't sit there and say that, or he's like, I'm a changed man. He didn't do all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like nothing happened at all. So we don't know. And Kanye ain't telling nobody nothing. So like, it's like we are all just like, what is going on? I'm very confused with a big old question mark on my forehead.
Yeah, because like, for example, there's this verse in the Bible I'm going to paraphrase, and when I find it, I'll put it down in the description. But it basically says that, like, you know, if you confess to man that, you know, about Jesus, I will confess to the Father.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's not saying you have to be super duper public, like, you know, writing Bible verses on your forehead and saying, hey, I love Jesus and everything. But at the end of the day,
I won't believe you then.
Yeah, you won't believe.
Like,
but it's not about necessarily, you know, works like, oh, this is what I do, but you should tell by the fruits that he bear. But we understand that, like, let's say if he is, you know, thinking about joining the body of Christ, we understand that, okay, you know, given his history, it's not like a, you know, flip of a switch. Hopefully that's not too loud. But, you know, flip of a switch, like, okay, now I'm on fire and everything, you know, it's going to be a battle. Those gateways, those doors are still open.
Right.
You know, those people may be like, okay, you know, you're changing everything, but, you know, come on back over here.
Right. But also, like, you know, like him being what you say earlier, you say he was a public figure, right? So like, you know, he should definitely tell his fans. Yeah,
tell your fans, you know, that's what I would do. Like, say, you know, this is not who I am, you know, but like I said, don't really know. And then my question is, Kanye, what are you? Because like Kanye is very, you know, he's eccentric, he's wild. I mean that in a very good way. Like,
because we love Kanye.
You know, we
over
like
here.
Kanye.
We do. I mean, it's just like it's a little bit hard to not like him right now. I don't know. It's just. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
we love his music.
Yeah, we love his music. And it's
Tavon
like,
put me on.
And it's like, so what is it you're doing? Like, you know, what's your purpose? What's the backstory? What's the conversations that you have had with, you know, Marilyn? Like, has he been like, yo, I've been struggling with this. These are some things that I'm not understanding about Jesus. You know, back when I was going to church,
right? I
was hurt. This is why, you know, let us know. But I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's none of our business.
It really isn't. That's why we don't have no stock in this whole thing.
Yeah, no dog in this fight, I guess is what it said.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so what do you guys think like about Marilyn being at church? So my question for you guys, and I want you to write it down in the comments. Would you be cool if Marilyn sat down with you? Would you be like, he can't sit with us? Would you be like those church mean girls crew type of thing? Like, or would you be like, okay, welcome, Marilyn, you know, come sit down and have a seat. Have a seat, baby. You know, you can sit right here. Because you know some of y'all have assigned seats. No, let's not play with that.
Yeah, old church mothers.
Your old church mothers. Don't sit in my seat. Okay, but I'm just wondering, would you give up your seat for Marilyn Manson?
Would you? Would you pass him an offering plate? Would you tell him, hey, there's refreshments down at the banquet hall, or, you know, you come out to Tuesday night Bible study? Would you? No, I mean,
I know what you're saying. I know, but it's just so funny because Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I mean, it's Marilyn Manson, but it's like, you know,
that would be a huge change. That would be like, if he actually is changed, y'all, like, that would be God. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, it would be God. But anyway, we will see y'all next time. Please like and subscribe and, you know,
do all that stuff.
Yeah, like Tavon about to go ahead and do his little spiel.
Yeah, Lauren, he is already.
I always forget everything. This is his part.
But yeah, guys, so don't forget to, like I said, we have it written down, but don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on social media. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. I mean, we're on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe. We got
our podcast.
Oh yeah, check out our podcast on Spotify.
Please. Every Monday.
The links will be all down below. So I'm rambling, you know, I'm trying to remember everything, but it'll be all down below.
Even though we have notes.
We have a store. So if you like, you know, some of the stuff that's on there, you know, buy some. Christmas season's coming around, or, you know, if you just want to buy some stuff, you know, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, guys, but that's it, guys. Be blessed, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.
See y'all.